All right. Happy Sunday, everyone. We are live. We are live. We're live. We're live. We're live on Facebook. We're live on Zoom and Facebook. I want to say hello and welcome. I just love looking across and seeing the most amazing smiles, the outfits, everything is, hugs. I gotta do the virtual hugs. Oh my God. Thank you all, wonderful, wonderful ladies, for sharing your time, pulling yourself away from your family and your friends and so forth, just for a little while. We won't be long. So welcome to our holiday link up, right? And we've been doing so much together for whole of 2021, and we just wanted to meet up just to kind of do a recap to make sure that you as partners are recognized and so forth, and to give us a little snippet about who you are. Before we get started, I'm going to actually share a video before we get started with our presenters. But I just want to first introduce myself. My name is Donna Morton Morgan. I am the founder of Women of Culture Incorporated. I'm also the president of Caribbean American Diaspora Alliance and real estate broker, Florida Summer Homes, and mindset mentor and life coach of Inner Vibes Consultant. So I do a little bit of everything, but I'm pretty good at what I do, if I should say so. So we want to go ahead and just share a screen. And before we get started, you gotta be your first best friend, guys.
That's true.
So let me find my. Sometimes when you're playing host, you gotta. First of all, I wanted to let's see. Gonna go ahead and share. So everyone is seeing my screen now. I just want to hang on. I'm looking for my present button, but sometimes I'll go ahead and just I was trying to maximize, but for whatever reason, I'm not sure what's going on today. So we're gonna just go ahead and go forward, and you guys see the pretty flyer that we had, and then I wanted to also share this video with you.
I was born strong. I was made for this. See, I met so many hard times when I thought I couldn't make it. See, I've had my trials when my pillows dried my eyes. Then the morning came and my wings took flight. I rise, See, I'm hurting but not broken. Down but I won't die. I rise. Soon I will reach the sky and still I rise. Some say it's a mystery how I still believe that in spite of all I've been through, I could still push the wheel. See, I have a power they can't see with their eyes. It's a little thing called faith that makes broken wings fly. I rise, Though I'm hurting but not broken. Down but I won't die. I rise, Soon I will reach the sky and still I rise.
is Itana with I Rise. And our next slide is actually a picture of our ambassadors. Let me click this. Um, so, sometimes this stuff they change around and things get changed in the middle. There are new rules, and we just got to go with the flow. So I'm not able to expand like I usually do, but that's okay. I just want to just briefly, as I have the picture up for our ambassadors, and then we'll mention the partners. Bahamas, we have Leslie Taylor, and then Bermuda, and Leslie's organization is Helping Hands Bahamas. Bermuda, we have Minister Eugenia Robinson with RHM International. Colombia is Carol Alberto. France is End Period Poverty, Nazila Maes. Germany, Rosemary Binder represents for Solwodi. Guadeloupe, Nadij A. Saham. Then we're going to go to Haiti, Pierre Natasha. In Jamaica, our ambassadors are Anna K. McIntosh for Goals Have No Limit, Carla Galata, Stand Up for Jamaica, Charlene Dixon, Bless to Bless Foundation, Verona James, or Butterflies Empowerment. Then we jump to Puerto Rico with Johanna Bernice Irizarry, and then we go to St. Croix with Brenda Charles. Of course, we jump to Tanzania. Mary Jamela representing Women Against Poverty, Tanzania. Fiona Baretti representing African Maleka. And then we jump to Trinidad, Reverend Stacy Beckles of Women of Transformation, Sasha Williams Goddard. And then we go to Uganda, Tracy Namuli representing for Hope for African Girl, Maureen Ayesiga, also of Uganda, and our U.S. ambassador, Athea Blake. She represents International Harvest Church of God. And we go to Laura Franklin, who is a cancer outreach ambassador. Those are our actual ambassadors, but we have partners, in the Bahamas also. Duquesa Dean Cancer Sharing Center, Michelle McDonald of Vibration, and then in Guyana we have our new partner, Guyana Cancer Foundation, which BB is here, Trifinity Solutions, Samantha Sheer Prasad, and also Jamaica Partnership, Jerome King Communication, Mandingo Youth Club, and added Tanzania Partnership, Global Peace Foundation of Tanzania, Suja Cancer Foundation. Trinidad, we have Sapphire Miriam Foundation, Christian Youth Foundation, and UK, we have the Warrior Queen Movement, Real Fulfillment International, and Paul Africa UK, and that's Dr. Norva Simoy. And then, of course, USA, we have Charcoal to Diamonds, Miss Eugenice Montpreneur, and Caribbean American Diaspora Alliance, Caribbean Rhythms Radio Network. So those individuals have been partnered with us all year for different events. I just want a quick other video while we're sharing screen.
Carry all that you've got to heavy hearts is not a lie. I will put out all of the fire. We stumble and fall, and it's not a lie that I die. I can hide from this. am running for you.
All right, so that was a snippet of our ambassadors throughout the year doing their thing in their own individual community. So, Women of Culture Inc. supports leaders, outreach leaders, right? And so we want to always take the time to showcase what they're doing in their individual communities. And then last video, we're just going to show what a snippet of 2021 for Women of Culture Inc.
We will fight for the right to stay alive. We will fight for the right to stay alive. We will fight for the right to stay alive. We are breathing. We are breathing. We will fight for the right to stay alive. We are breathing. We are breathing.
All right. That was it. So there you got to see our little snippet of what we've been doing all of 2021 with your help. This was definitely not everyone was in each event that we put together, but you played a role somewhere along the road, and we appreciate you. So we're gonna jump right in, everyone. Welcome again to attending our 2021 culture holiday, right? Because this is definitely cultures from all over the world today, in Africa, in the Caribbean, in the US, Canada, UK. So this is a global holiday link up going on right here. So each organization rep, and we not everyone is on, so don't say, oh my God, so many people. If you can take 5 to 10 minutes to kind of tell us a snippet of your organization and what you do in your community, because it's important for us to know more about you, not on the 20 minutes that we meet up, but just this is more of a little personal thing. What is your organization about? 2021 summary, and what do you have planned for 2022? So we're going to go ahead, because of the time restraint, we're going to go to UK first, then we're going to go to Africa, and then we're going to jump back to the Caribbean. Okay, this is how we do it. So you see how we're doing the whole global traveling today right here on Zoom. All right, so our first guest or partner is Dr. Norva Simoy, and she is with the Warrior Queen Movement, Real Fulfillment International, and also Paul Africa UK. Welcome, Dr. Norva.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Always a privilege to be with you in company of beautiful women. I'm beautiful, so I'm never around ugly people. So I know where I'm at today. I love it. I love it. So yeah, thank you so much for inviting me. I am going to speak about the two arms, Real Fulfillment International and Poor Africa UK. So as Donna said, I am Dr. Nova Samoy Abiona. You could hear from the accent, there's no UK in this accent. I'm from Trinidad, but I've been living over here for 21 years, and the accent just can't leave, and I don't want it to. I think it turns my husband on, people. Anyway, let me get back to me. So I run a company called Real Fulfillment International, and under that umbrella company, there are a few other companies. And one of it, which is the one that I focus my attention on, is the Warrior Queen. And the Warrior Queen is really all about helping women to achieve work-life balance, because many times we put everybody else first, including animals, those who love pets, and you forget yourself. And that can only work for a short time. So I try to help people to know that there are simple things that you could do to move things. And we call the women, besides Warrior Queen, the majority of them that I speak to, their wives. So we call them wifepreneurs, because the focus is on wives who are entrepreneurs, and you want to achieve that balance between your business, your personal life, your marriage, supporting your children, and having a social life. I know most women, when you talk to them, they might be doing one or two of the others slightly, but social life, most people don't have a focus on that. You don't realize just how important it is. So we look into helping people find that balance. And I do that by supporting women with coaching, with courses. The one-to-one support goes a long way, but of course it's the highest tier, so it costs a lot to spend time personally with me. But all people who do it, they know that they what the support that they get, they always talk about it. So if you want to learn more about the movement, about myself, about my company, you could go to novaabiona.com. That's NORVA, Abiona, ABIONA.com. And you will see some about the Warrior Queen and other umbrellas. The other arm that I am representing is Poor Africa UK. And I know in the Caribbean, we put all things together. So you hear poor, and the first thing you think is, oh gosh, it's poor people she helping. Poor actually is PAW, and it stands for Phenomenal African Woman, which is all of us. And we help women from the African diaspora and young girls as well. We do what we call ICE, which is to inspire, to celebrate, and to empower them. And even though we're the UK arm, we reach out to people in Europe and also to people in the Caribbean. And so we're looking to stretch our arms even more into those places, so that I suppose similar to Donna, the global village, people understand that you're a part of it. Poor Africa UK, I'm the vice chair of that, and it operates like a charity. It's what we call a CIC in the UK. It's a community interest company. So we don't do things for profit. When it comes to going into 2022, our focus is on what we call womental health, so women's mental health, and entrepreneurship. We want to help 1,000 women to become entrepreneurs. So if you're interested in that, again, please feel free to reach out. You can contact us at wafricauk@gmail.com. So I'll stop there. I know there are lots of ladies here, and I look forward to hearing more about what you do. Thank you so much for having me, Donna. And I want to say Merry Christmas to you. Phenomenal job. Listen, the thing is, you're phenomenal with that afro, and then you do a good job. So girl, you are like icing on the icing. I don't even know what you call that, but yes, I love it. So
Thank you,
thank you
thank
so
you.
much. Keep empowering.
Appreciate it, Dr. Norva. Yes, the accent don't leave you from Trinidad and Tobago, but representing all the way from the UK. Blessed love to you. Um, we're gonna jump to our next presenter. So we're jumping from the UK, now we're end up in Africa. And we're going first to Uganda, to Tracy Namuli with Hope for African Girl.
Hi.
Hello, Tracy. So tell us a little snippet about you and your organization.
Hello, everyone. I'm Tracy Namuli from Hope for African Girl. Hope for African Girl is an NGO, that is non-government organization. We deal with single mothers, that is teenage single mothers. Yeah, this year we are making 5 years in ministry, like working and helping the single mothers. So far at the moment we are helping 15 orphans, that is in our custody, 10 single mothers, full control, like we teach them skills, empowering them, counseling, all that in the community. For the 2022 intentions, we plan on making, we bought land this year. So 2021, our plan is to construct an institute for our single mothers, because we've been moving up and down looking for places where they can have their skills from. So we are planning on constructing the institute, having it in place on the land we bought for the mothers. That is our 2022 intention. Yes.
So you said this is your 5th year, right?
Yeah, we are celebrating 5.
Yeah. So tell us what made you start this organization.
We are church based. That is, I'm sorry I didn't mention that. We are church based. Yeah, so we started as a small group. One of our friends at church was a victim of teenage pregnancy. Yeah, so according to the situation we were passing through, everything that was going on in her life, we decided to come up with this, help the community and talk to the rest of the teenage girls, appreciate them, encourage them. We wouldn't want any other person to pass what our sister or friend did pass through. So that's how we started the organization. It is church-based. Yeah. So we started with few ladies in the community. We could go around, have counseling, do what, teach them the Bible, everything, encourage them, support them spiritually, everything. For more details, people can check our website. That is www.hopeforafricangirl.com. For more, on all social media handles, it is Hope for African Girl.
Okay.
Yes.
And that's Hope for African Girl, not no S, because sometimes I tend to want to put that S on there. So it's Hope for African Girl.
No, it's Hope for African Girl.
Right.
Yes.
So Tracy, this is their 5th year representing and reaching back into their community and just making a difference. And I believe that's why we're all here. We're all here to be a light in the darkness and to reach back and help in our own very special way. No competition about you are doing it this way, because everybody has that unique little special gift to serve. And thank you so much, Tracy. I know it's very late in Africa. What time is it now?
Yeah. It's 11 p.m.
Okay, so thank you.
That is 12 o'clock, 11
Yes.
p.m.
Thank you so much.
Let
for
me hope
staying.
I was brief enough. They can check out. Yeah.
Thank
Wishing
you
you a
so
Merry
much.
Christmas and all the ladies.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, and we had definitely had Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, everything else to make sure that everybody Happy Kwanzaa is no one's left out. Thank you so much, Tracy, and we'll talk soon.
Okay.
So we're gonna jump on now to from Uganda, and we're gonna travel to Tanzania, and we have Fiona here from African Malika. I just need to check. I'm not sure a representative from Women Against Poverty Tanzania is here. If you are, let me know. But we're gonna oh yeah, Sarah actually, Sarah, you're representing. Okay, so we're gonna go to Fiona, and then we're gonna jump back to Sarah, who's representing for Women Against Poverty. So Fiona Baretti, uh, Malika. Fiona, if you'll just unmute.
Hi, everybody. Good evening. Good morning.
So tell us a little snippet about your organization.
Um, African Malika was registered in 2011. So this will be my officially my 10th year, and I will be traveling to celebrate it in Tanzania for Christmas and where I started the organization was in Arusha. We first started a vocational training, and we trained about 70 women and men, teaching them useful, sustainable vocations, including computer science, ICT training, sewing, tailoring, cooking and decorating, beekeeping, and honey beeswax production. We then try to um, engage with students, and we found out that there were a lot of orphanages that needed help. So we came in looking for programs where we could mentor girls in STEAM, science, technology, reading, English, arts, and maths at schools, and helping them to navigate challenge in their girl teen years and setting them up in their success through STEAM fields, and by empowering young girls and women to become impactful leaders to benefit Africa as change agents and technology innovators and be positive role models. African Malika's mission was to produce creative and technically strong engineers and to research pioneering solutions to global challenges. We did, inspire a lot of 7 to 14 girls of in different schools, and especially in the orphanage where they were never having a school setting. So we took the after school programs we that were implemented by 4-H in the US. My son was a 4-H um, wizard in the program, and so we took a lot of 4-H programs out to Tanzania. We partnered with Rotary clubs and Interact clubs so that they could volunteer and help them in the STEM projects. It was very successful. The sad part about it, a lot of kids would come hungry or would be hungry during that time. So we looked into different things, that what could we help to end the malnutrition. And high and below, we introduced the breadfruit flower. And that's how I was connected to Mary for Trees for the Feet program through a good friend from Rotary Club in Canada who did run a pilot breadfruit program in Pakistan. And if breadfruit trees could grow in Pakistan, a desert like place, I mean, it was like high and below. Here we got breadfruit going. So I brought the breadfruit program, and we started around 2018. I brought 20 trees. I got 20 trees that came from Germany, and we planted them. And then we started producing flour, and I shipped about 100 kilos to Kenya for the slum program, and to Uganda. So we are very excited in the coming year to go bigger on our breadfruit program. We have other programs that we are enabling the village people and the young women to, I finance them with small village community savings, so that when they when they go plant trees or whatever, they have a saving in their thing, and they can use that saving to benefit their needs. It's not like they have to wait for a paycheck or whatever. They can go be young entrepreneurs. They can, decide to make peanut butter, decide to, go ahead and do the breadfruit flour. They could make cakes from breadfruit and sell to, be little young entrepreneurs. So that's our goal for 2022, is the MSMSEs. I was fortunate to attend the 26th COP in Glasgow, and we partnered with a lot of EU uh, investors who are interested in working with the village, and it's a code of conduct for very strict with just working with villages and making sure that their needs are met, and the money flows through them at 70%, that they get paid, and climate change could be a solution with their help. Thank you, and wish everybody a Merry Christmas. Stay warm and well.
Thank you so much. You guys have been doing a lot of work, and you said it's been 10 years for you, and that's African Maleka in Tanzania, everyone. So we just want to thank you, Fiona, and you were instrumental also in connecting me with Women Against Poverty Tanzania. So thank you for your connections and for all the work
You're
that you
welcome.
do. We're going to jump to Sarah. We're going to jump to Women Against Poverty. However, Mary Jamela is unable to be with us. So Sarah is going to be just giving us a snippet about Women Against Poverty Tanzania. Welcome, Sarah. You're muted. There you go.
Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Sarah, representing Women Against Poverty. This is a non-governmental organization established in 2012 and was registered in 2015. The vision of organization is to build a better future for women and young girls as stipulated in Tanzania Development Vision and Global Sustainable Development. But the mission of our organization is to empower young girls and
Sarah,
women
so
of
sorry.
different.
Sarah, your audio is a little low. We want to make sure we're hearing you. Okay.
Try to connect it.
There, you may want just stay close to the phone, and that's because your connection is probably just a little lower.
Okay. The mission of our organization is to empower young girls and women of different physical capabilities to be confident, self-respecting, and responsible for their lives, the environment, and the community in general. And our goal is to empower, engage, and inspire young girls and women to be responsible for their economic.
So Sarah's having some difficulty with her internet, and so we experience this at times because we're dealing with communicating with people all over the globe, and sometimes at different times of the evening for them the Wi-Fi is not as strong. So we do apologize for that. But that was Sarah with Women Against Poverty Tanzania. And I'll probably get the website or Facebook page at least later. Or Sarah, if you're listening, if you can put it in the chat for Sarah just got kicked off, but I'm sure she'll log back in. So we're going to jump now because I think that was it for our Africa. I don't think our Global Peace Foundation rep is on, or our Cancer Foundation in Tanzania. So we're going to jump to the Caribbean, right? We're going to go first to Bahamas to Miss Leslie Taylor of Helping Hands Bahamas. Welcome, Leslie. And if you guys can see her flag, behind her
That's
there,
right.
and actually her outfit. So,
Matches. Good
welcome, Leslie.
afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. Um, as mentioned, I'm Leslie Taylor. I'm a social worker with the Department of Social Services. How my NGO got started was just recent, really, in March, actually, of this year. Even though I've been helping periodically all the time, because that's what my ministry is in the Department of Social Services to assist, sometimes I would notice that persons would come in and they would not be able or eligible for assistance. And so it made me a little, discomforted, know that I couldn't help them. And then I recently was placed in the senior citizens unit with special attention to the LGBT community. And then I noticed that seniors would come in and they would need depends, they would need food, they would need all these items. And so one day I was standing outside and I decided, I saw a lady came and she was a single mother and she had about 6 children. And she was stating that she couldn't get this assistance from the department because she was not eligible at that time. She had just recently got something 2 weeks ago, but she needed more food. And so it pulled at the strings of my heart. And so I used my own personal funds to start. And I began and I just couldn't stop. And so I started making packages for single women. And then as I worked with the seniors, I realized that they needed depends and pads and bed pads, and they needed wipes. And then talking with single pregnant teens, they needed feminine napkins and diapers for the baby. So I basically concentrated on that. So late September, I was doing that all the way from March. Then late September, giving Donna some credit here. She was asking me, "Do you have a logo?" I said, "No." So Donna assisted me with designing my logo. I want to say thank you, Donna, for that. I just recently about to do the process of being riding dirty, like the young people say. I've been just doing it without registration. So now I'm just about to put it in to register my company, which is Helping Hand Bahamas. But we have been working. Like I told you, the lady came by, needed some funds, but I didn't have any money. So a like-minded person, a co-worker, wanted to assist. And so she brought some monies down. So that's how we really got started. My co-worker, and there's another sponsor, Miss Thompson. So we have been assisting. Recently, we helped 44 prisoners to be clothed for court, 44 Cuban prisoners. We've outfitted them with shirt, pants, undies, shoes, socks, all of that. Also in November, we assisted 20 single mothers with baskets of food, and we assisted them with food, clothing. Like I told you, we deal with the disabled, so we have assisted with undergarments, wheelchairs, beds, wipes, all of these things we did in November for Thanksgiving. And also, I'm running ahead of myself in October. We tried to assist some other young people with clothing and food baskets. In November, we assisted uh, another 100 persons at the AIDS camp. And I noticed that there were children while I was issuing this food. I didn't realize that children were there because normally if the parents are infected with HIV or AIDS and you don't have housing, they have a place that they can go. And so not realizing that the children would have to go with their parents. And I noticed all of these children and I said, wow. So so now we're preparing about 35 gifts for the children so they can have Christmas, a good Christmas. And so for the way forward for 2020, I'm looking at, like I said, registering my company and making it legal, and also to prepare baskets on a monthly basis for everybody who are in need. Also, I would like to see if I can spread this joy to all of the islands, because we have several islands. but they would say that we have 700 islands, rocks, and keys. But I can't do all of that because the monies that uh, we get is our personal monies. I use a quarter of my salary, and also my coworker does the same thing currently because we don't have a support basis yet. There's one other person that assists. She's a banker. She also assists with her personal funds. So that's all the funds that we have right now. But we've been able to assist over maybe 300 to 400 persons thus far, and we have financed about $5,000 so far from March to October. So I think we've been doing pretty good, and looking and hopefully for the future, we're going to look at doing something in April. That's the Easter. We're going to be doing something again in November and December. We're going to be trying to see if we can help about 50 single women with their children. So we're hoping to do that for 2020. Hopefully, we would like to do that. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you, Leslie. Helping Hands, the Bahamas. I got connected to Leslie. She did presented at a human trafficking event. Everybody that's on here, I got connected either at an event and then a personal, referral. So, and that's what it's all about. Once we meet, and you've got that mind of outreach, of love and giving. It's like you want to hold on to each other. Thank you, Leslie. Leslie's also our outreach ambassador for Bahamas, and actually Fiona was our outreach ambassador for one of them for Tanzania. I see that Sarah came on. Sarah, due to time, if you can tell us your website for Women Against Poverty Tanzania, and then we're gonna jump really quick to Shuja Cancer Foundation from Tanzania. Or actually, Gloria, I know is traveling. Gloria, are you in Tanzania right now? Are you out in the U.S.?
I am in the US right now. Hi.
Okay. All right. So, all right. Didn't want to keep you up too late. So, all right. So we're gonna go back. If did Sarah jump off again? Yeah, Sarah's. She came on just to give her. Oh, there you go. Tell us your website for Women Against Poverty Tanzania. You're still muted. There you go.
Yeah.
Yes.
Our website is www.wap.or.tz. Our email is waptanzania@yahoo.com. Our FB account is at Women Against Poverty, and Instagram it is WAP_organization.
Okay. Thank you so much. I know the internet is not the best for you right there, and we appreciate you coming on at such a late hour. Thank you so much, Sarah. We're gonna jump real quick to Gloria Kida. Her organization is also from Tanzania. Shuja Cancer Foundation. Welcome, Gloria. You have
Thank you so.
a few minutes just to tell us about your organization.
Okay, thank you so much, Donna. It's such a great pleasure to share my shuja with you. I am Gloria Kida. I'm a breast cancer survivor. Now 10 years now about, and I'm here in the U.S. I was just came for my checkups and holiday. I've been working with the survivors for the past 8 years before I started the Shuja Cancer Foundation. And for all this time, I came to realize, we did a lot of awareness and trying to tell people early detection saves lives. But this person that who have been saved life after then, he or she just hangs in there. So that's when this birth of Shuja came actually this year. We're newly registered organization and health Ministry of Health in Tanzania, and Shuja Cancer Foundation supports mainly the survivors who are done with the treatment, mainly the reproductive cancer survivors. And basically, we're based in Tanzania. So our vision is just to transform the lives of these survivors who are done with the treatment, life after treatment, and with a mission to improve their quality of lives, because we know that there's so many things that happen in their life. They need go after going through the challenges of the treatment. They need to start a new chapter of life, of which needs a good, be living a good quality of life. So this came an idea that we need to set a platform that where we can pull up these survivors and sit together and have this discussion of what are their challenges we're facing. So the for this year, actually, it has been a great, because it's been just a startup for us, and we have seen so many blessings from God as we started with this Shujaa Cancer Foundation for the things that we've been able to do. And with our pillars for with the Shujaa Cancer Foundation in 16, six. One being the work plan is to identify the identification of cancer survivors and unmet needs, because that means a lot for the survivors, and create also a platform for breast cancer, cervical, and prostate cancer survivors to share their experience, which is really important. That when we create this platform, we'll be able to sit together and share our challenges and come up with programs that will enable us to come up, build programs for the survivors, so that it can enable us to cope up these changes of life and these challenges that each one is facing, as well as creating a learning and information center for the survivors, because there's none in our country. Building capacity for survivors in counseling and other related issues. That's another pillar that we think is very important for these survivors. And to provide psychosocial support to survivors and caregivers, because the caregivers play a big part in this survivorship journey. So we thought that it would be also a good help to provide a psychosocial support for these caregivers. And as well, try to do a research, come up with the research on the survivorship in Tanzania, because none of the research has been done in survival in Tanzania, but I know in the other countries, they've done a lot of survivors research, which they come to understand what are they facing in the survivors are facing. So with our country, we have done none. So this is another area that we think is very important for us to do this kind of research, so that to enable us to know exactly the survivors in Tanzania, what are they facing? Why they're not living more years like the other country are living? Because we have to know, because the survival rate in the other countries are more than Tanzania. So what are the challenges? So with the research, we'll bring us to understanding that what are they facing, and what are the things that are making them not to have this longer survival rate. And the great achievement, actually, that I would like to share with you for this year has been, so far we have been able to have a database of almost 40 survivors, being female and male, and mixed with means the survivors are the prostate, cervical, and breast cancer survivors. We'll be able to conduct a survivor meeting and sharing experience. Was awesome moment, because when you meet together people who are going through the same journey, it's bring that connection, bring that feeling of one be able to share what their innermost, what they're going through. So it was a very good thing that we have been able to do in this year. And we'll be able to also to support several survivors who are going through financial issues through treatment, basically mainly on the treatment part. And we also were able to take part on the several different exhibitions where we were able to sell our Shujaa Cancer Foundation merchandise. We have at least little things that we sell and then can get money. So just to keep up our finances in place.
Right.
And we have been able to, for the first time in our country, to organize a National Cancer Survivors Day event, of which I communicated with the people from here in the US, and they allowed us to host this event. It was a big thing that was the first thing the first event that we're able to do in this year, which we were feeling so proud of ourselves, because it's something that we never expected we'll be able to do, but we did a big event, which we served about over 500 people. Out of the 500 people, 350 were survivors. We hosted that event at the National Cancer Survivor Institute, the hospital for the cancer in Tanzania. So most of the survivors, the one admitted and the one not admitted, were able to attend the event. And we served food, a buffet for all these over 500 people, and gave T-shirts. And it was awesome thing. It was a complete celebration, which I really feel proud of myself being able to organize that thing. And another thing that we've been able to do this year is also to come together with, partner with other organizations, 3 of them, and then organize a free cancer screening campaign, which happened during the month of October. And we were able to reach more than 2,100 people. We did a free screening, male and
Wonderful.
female. And yeah, and we were so amazed at how the men came out, because the men were more than women. The
Yes.
outcome of men were more than women. So these are the things that we have been able to do this in the short span of since we've started, which we're so proud of self. We have big plans for next year. We have big programs of which we want to do, as well continue with this campaign of free screening. We will also planning to do on the cancer day, which is on the 4th of February. We're thinking of do another big campaign of free screening to the people in Tanzania, and also to have more other activity of survivors for the next year. And it has also been a great for me also as a Shujaa be taking part with this global outreach, which I never expected that I'll come across this, and also being able to take part in October to share my story, and now even to share with you about a bit of our organization. Yeah, so
Yes.
Shujaa Cancer Foundation is really open to be part of this program and to see how we can also work together and also to empower these women, because most of the part in our country, the most cancer cancer people who are being affected in our country is women, and it takes about more than 50% of the women in Tanzania being affected with cancer. So you can see that women needs a lot of empowerment, because they are the pillar of their homes, they are everything in their homes. So we need to come. I mean, I would really like to see if we'll be able to come with something that between us in this partnership, that we can see and how to empower these women so that they can stand up and stand up for their family, and also for those like the one who are affected to live a quality life, enjoy their lives, because each one I know has a different dreams. We all have dreams and we need to fulfill dreams, but we need somebody to at least to take us to be able to get to those dreams. We cannot do ourselves. So with Shujaa is ready to make a big things for the 2022, working together with you all, and I believe we can do something.
Thank you so much.
I think that's enough. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. I think see, someone was trying to share. Not sure. Someone was trying to share a screen, but we're gonna go. Thank you so much, Gloria, from Shuja in Tanzania, and we're going to jump right along now. We're back into the Caribbean, and we're gonna go to Jamaica. So we're almost there. Actually, before we go to Jamaica, we go to Guyana, alphabetical order. Guyana Cancer Foundation, Bibi Hassan. Bibi, are you there?
You hearing me?
Yes, we're hearing you. Your camera went off, so you just need to come back on camera.
Oh, let me see how to the
Let me see if I can request. I'm going to ask you to start your camera.
yeah.
There we go. Okay, so 5 minutes on how. Tell us a little bit about your organization.
Okay, I am Bibi Saida Akhtar Hassan, president and founder of Guyana Cancer Foundation. We were founded in 2016, June 1st. But behind the scene, I started to work from 2015. I'm actually a cancer advocate, 16 and a half years now. prior with Avon Community Health Fund from 2005. And when I took over in 2015, I started to do breast cancer screening with offering mammogram and sonogram to the low income, underinsured, and medically underserved women of Guyana. We do this program every year. We started like from the first week in October, and then we will actually run the program until January month end. And this year, we have screened over 228 persons at Dr. Balwan Singh's hospital. We also do, we pay for patients who has to do scans like CT scans and MRI. We pay a fraction. Also, we started to pay 100 US for cancer patients who really can't afford for radiation therapy. We contribute 100 US towards that treatment. We also have a cancer survivors club with about 30 members. We do events. The last event that I did for them was in October. We had a candlelight vigil for them, and we also had a luncheon sponsored by a corporate company. We also do like a meetings where they come and they sit down and they chat at our office. We also do like distribution of hampers and any other things that we have. We share it with them, with our cancer survivors club.
Wow.
Any questions?
Yeah, thank you so much. Bibi, what's your do you have a website or Facebook page?
Yes. Guyana Cancer Foundation is on Facebook. We on Instagram. Our email address is guyanacancerfoundation@gmail.com. Our website is www.guyanacf.com. We are also on LinkedIn,
Awesome.
also on Twitter.
Oh, big time on Twitter. Thank you so much.
If you want to ask me any questions, you're free to ask me any questions.
Well, go ahead and put your information in the chat. So if anyone wants to connect with each other, email. This is a great way to connect, network. This is an awesome network forum because you're.
And also we were invited by American Cancer Society to be a partner with them, and I'm actually doing up a template with 17 pages to go back to them, and then in January next month we'll sign a contract with them to be a partner for the Caribbean.
Wow, that's wonderful. Great.
Yes,
So thank you. Yeah, so everyone please leave your information, your email, so that
I will.
someone may want to reach out to you, and that from different, you're connecting with women around the globe right now. So if you
We also did a prostate cancer screening, but I didn't do any this year. I did in 2018, 2019, run into 2020 last year. But what I
okay.
find with the men, they don't want to go for the prostate cancer screening. I don't know what's the reason.
Well, men are difficult and all. And
Yes.
men are, yeah, so we just always have to keep pulling and keep
So, but the women always come for screening.
good. So well, thank you so much for the work that you continue to
Okay.
and
You're welcome. And thank you very much. And Merry Christmas to everyone.
thank you, everyone. We're gonna jump on and go to Haiti and then Jamaica, if you're wondering, then Trinidad, then U.S. Okay, so we're almost there. Our Haiti global ambassador actually is here with us. Pierre Natasha. Pierre, do you have a few? We can only do 5 minutes now of about what you're doing in Haiti.
Thank you, Donna, and good afternoon, everybody. As you know, it's always an honor for me to be among you and to share effort and achievements of my organization with you. My organization name is IFA in Creole, Initiative Femmes Engagées pour Haïti, that can translate in English as Initiative of Engaged Women for Haiti. We are, we are a youth organization founded in 2015, and we are a youth organization, and we're involved in Haiti through four programs: pro emergency, local development, legal assistance, and health. And our work consists to prevent and respond quickly and effectively to women who escape from danger, violence, and trafficking or other form of abuse. And second, we empower women who are vulnerable to become strong, independent, and confident. We work to empower the participation of women in the lives of communities, and to help women to take major decisions for their lives and the lives of their families and communities. And we advocate for justice, equal rights, and equality for Asian women. It's a it's a global it's our global programs. We have four programs, and we realize activities for Asian women with through four programs. There's four programs. For 2021, it was a very difficult year for our organization, with COVID-19 and security and stability, politics in Haiti, and many of problems, but we still stand and we defend, and we support women in our country. For 2021, we visit women in two prisons in Haiti at Jacmel and For Liberty, and we provide mattress, soap, sanitary napkins, and foods for 25 women in Jacmel and 42 women in For Liberty. And after we realized distribution of sanitary napkins, about three 2,700 sanitary napkins for 100 girls, young girls. And after the earthquake, we provide support for 40 women in the South Department in a locality named Machu. And we provide also school fees for about 25 young boys and girls who are the kid of the 40 women who were victims of the earthquake. And our big achievement is the liberation of 5 women who were in prison more than 10 years for minor problems. I consider this as a big achievement because it's a very, very, very incredible things. 5 women who were in prison for more 10 years, minor problems. It's incredible. It's unfair, and we got their liberation, and we thank God for this. And the our last achievement is our Rainbow Center, L'Arc-en-Ciel Centre, and that we are working to open the first one to help kids and women who are victims of violence. No, it's a process, and we are at our last activities, and we work with the government to have access and legal license for the center to be f- to be real and to function in Haiti. And it's all it's all about for 2020 2022. We hope to continue to fight with women, to defend women, and to help more women in prison to get their liberation. It's a big problem because we have about 5,000 women in prison. 5,000 women in prison is it's a big problem, and we hope that God will help us to convince leaders to help their women to get their liberation, and to help them to reintegrate the society and to help their families and communities. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Pierre, for all the work that you do in Haiti. And I know it has not been easy, one knockdown
Yeah.
after another. So the fact that you're able today to show up and to still continue to fight, and that's, physically and spiritually, emotionally, we really appreciate it, and thank you so much. And it's good seeing you.
Thank you.
So that was Pierre, who's our global ambassador of Haiti. And we're going to now jump to Jamaica. Um, so we're limited on time now, just to because I know everybody want to get out the house or finish dinner. So 5 minutes from our speakers. Our next speaker is Jerome King, communication. Jerome King has been, Lord, when did we connect? We connected with the Jamaica diaspora, and then just, I just have been blessed with partners that just show up and just go above and beyond. And here I am, I'm in Florida, and here I am surrounded, and we are surrounded by each other. And it's from pure love, not just for our local community, but communities around the world to lift up. And I definitely believe that we are truly being a light in the dark. And there are some dark places, but yet going in those places. And I'm just blessed to be a part of your story, your journey in your individual communities. So welcome, Miss Jerome King. And everybody think when I say Jerome, it's a man coming. Yes. Hello.
Okay. Thank you so much, Donna. Thank you so much, Donna. Yes, I'm Jerome. I'm the last of three girls. They wanted a boy and I showed up. They kept me. So I am happy for that. Um, okay, so I am so blessed to be part of this organization because it was just something that came up, and I have met some incredible people. Even listening to your stories this evening has really made my foot start to move faster. And when I look at Donna's her flyer with her logo and her spike heel shoes, today I said Donna is going to need two pairs of that shoe because because the amount of flags that have joined even since I became a part of it has been amazing. So I'm not going to stay long. I'm Jerome King Communications, and my mantra is making people possible, making people possible. So within that, it really has a lot of things within that. So all that you guys are doing I am going to be working with you to make your people possible. I am a career educator. I am a life coach. I am a speaker. I'm inspirational, transformational speaker, and I'm excited about life. And no matter what's going through, because not that I have these glorious days every day,
Right.
but I know that God is just doing what He wants to do with me whenever. So He puts me on all these journeys. And hello, Simone from Trinidad. I did a workshop for Trinidad and it was just amazing. And then underneath Jerome Communications will become, I have a project called the Gap Global Institute. And the Gap Global Institute is really simply filling in life's gaps. So I believe in children, and I believe that adults make children their lives horrible. They can make them great and they can make them horrible. I'm here to help adults to make children's lives better. So I train teachers, I train caregivers. I heard somebody talk about caregivers. I train, all of those folks to make life better. So I am not going to stay long, but I am Jerome King Communications at gmail.com. And anybody who wants to reach out to me, I'll put it in the chat. Anybody who wants to reach out to me, it is just absolutely wonderful. And Donna, I am blessed to be part of this organization. I am blessed.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, Jerome. We're already planning, it's amazing. This week I had to pull over to the side of the road for all the
Yes.
plans, that's coming that we definitely need to keep, being that light, even though everything is coming to shut down and the darkness of the this and the that and the COVID. Here we are still pushing through and being that force of light all around the globe. And that's an amazing thing. So thank you so much. We're gonna jump to I know Verona. Verona, just do you want to say a quick hello? Verona helps with the butterfly empowerment with the ladies, the young ladies in Jamaica. Um, but we can actually come back to Verona, and we're gonna go to. So that's it for Jamaica. For right now, we're going to go to Trinidad, and because I know somebody really pretty, so I know she has some more. Yes, Verona, you have a minute?
Good evening, everyone. Good evening.
Yes, we're hearing you. Okay, we're gonna come back to you. I know she's also having some internet problems. We'll come back at the end, Verona, if you just want to tell us a snippet about what you do. But let's go ahead and go to we'll jump now to Trinidad to Reverend Stacy Beckles of Women of Transformation. And again, another woman that I met doing a domestic violence outreach forum that we had, and I can't let go of. So welcome, Reverend Stacy Ann. Thank you for joining.
Hi. Welcome. Blessings to all queens. Good night, good evening, good morning, good day. What a privilege it is to be around such great women. I first want to thank Almighty God for us being here today. And I want to thank Miss Morgan for keeping me because she saw the greater man in me. I am the CEO and founder of Women of Transformation International. Started off when I was a former prisoner. My daughter witnessed the murder of her father. And while being an incarcerated woman for several years, I saw where money was not the problem, poverty was not the problem, but spirituality and mentorship was the problem. Why many women were in prison because there were millionaires there, there were educated women making prison, but somehow their self-esteem was not in the place God will have it to be. So God started using me to be a preacher from within the walls, and I came out and continued to walk the path that He has called me to walk. I launched Women of Transformation in 2017, and we do mentorship. However, God has led me down the lane of benevolence in feeding and clothing, even taking off the very clothes off my back sometime to say, I want to take this time to stick up in briefly to thank Mrs. Morgan, Miss Rose Binder in her absence, and Miss Althea Blake for financially supporting me, because I don't get subvention in my country. In my country, if you're not talking crime, they don't see your NGO as important. However, and I'm not really domestic violence oriented. However, I would have become an advocate for domestic violence due to my personal experience of being beaten in the streets, beaten privately by my deceased common law husband. However, God has turned my story into something of a testimony for many women. I recently received my master's in theology and my bachelor's in ministry, not because I was so holy, but because I believe in transformation with the word of God. I will not come here and say nothing else. It was God that kept me in the cell. It was God that kept me out of the cell and continued to keep me and my 3 children. In my community, we send children to school, and I come out of my community most of the time, and I go in areas where there is no lights, no water. Children need tablets, they need food. We recently gave out hampers because God has been sending a lot of single mothers my way. Those who are physically in prison and came out, and those who are mentally and spiritually bound in spiritual prison. So God has allowed me to come out of mentorship a bit and go deeper into feeding, clothing, helping with rent, whatever I can do to complete the circle of wholeness. Because sometimes all a woman or a human being need is a drink of water or a plate of food to complete the journey. I always tell them, eat, for the journey is long. Eat both spiritual and carnal, for the journey is long. I want to thank you for this opportunity, our Moment of Transformation for 2022. We collaborate with a lot of other NGOs doing speaking and stuff. I was recently in a summit, GPS, um, summit with Sri Lanka, India, Kenya, Africa, dealing with genocide and women and young girls who would have been going through things that we have a walk in the park when we look back at our life. I met someone who had her vagina literally cut off, and when I look at that, I say, Lord, I thank you for what you have given me, because we misuse our body parts so much, and God has taken his time to bless us all. So, it's very painful as I come across many hurting women. My job is to empower them, not only with words, but with my actions, because action always speaks louder than words. And I believe my slogan is for my company is transformation begins with you, no one else. When we are transformed, we can transform others. And with that, I say thank you, global partners, and thank you for having me, Mrs. Morgan.
You are very, very welcome. Again, whatever we can do to help Reverend Stacy, because she's definitely one of those that's in the trenches, and so we do what we can to assist us, and we do appreciate you. Um, you know, if you've ever heard her story, we've interviewed Reverend Stacy is actually our one of our Trinidad outreach ambassadors, and another woman that I couldn't let go of once I met her. So, um, but you guys need to understand that you all keep me when I pray in the morning and throughout the day and at night. I'm so thankful for my outreach partners. You're a part of my family, and it's such a blessing to really be surrounded with so much love. And again, the type of individuals that you are, not just love for yourself and your immediate family, but for the world, for communities, for the dark places, just being that light, that little light. And I respect and appreciate you guys. So thank you so much, Reverend Stacy. We're gonna
Welcome.
do big things. We actually have. I'll be connecting with you because we actually the brainstorm in my head last week that came up was our remember who you are um forum that we want to put together for maybe the third week or fourth week in January, because sometimes I think women especially, men too, but women especially, we forget who we are. We forget that we are God's chosen And because of all the burdens and the things and the abuse that come our way, we sometimes we lose our sparkle. And sometimes we just have to remember, let that fog lift and remember who you are, so you know the seeds of greatness can shine. So thank you for allowing your time to be here today, guys. We're gonna jump to from Trinidad. Oh, actually, no, we're still in Trinidad. Sapphire Miriam Foundation with Simone Claxton. Hi, Simone. How are you?
Hi, Donna. I'm fine. Thanks very much. Lovely to be here. Good day, everyone. Greeting you from the beautiful Twin Island Republic of Trinidad and Tobago in the Caribbean. And I am Simone Claxton, president and founder of the Sapphire Miriam Foundation. And it's named after my daughter, Sapphire Miriam, who's approximately 11 and a half years old now. It was founded when she was a toddler. Nothing happens, by chance. I believe this is the way that God has ordained for me to take. It was never planned, but due to certain instances in my life, my story sort of resonates with Leslie in the Bahamas, because I too was working in a social services environment and came across a single mother, young mother in need. And that story really, tugged on my heart. And therefore, that was the catalyst for me getting into this nonprofit organization that I have formulated. I started obviously like an informal basis, just helping out where I can, and then eventually put this structure in place to be able to do more. So I must say this year has been a miraculous year. I know COVID has affected a lot of people, negatively, but I think for my organization, it has worked in the positive, because it has allowed me to connect on the virtual platforms, in ways that I would not have thought about previously. We started a girls empowerment program. My organization was founded to support single mothers mainly, and youths. And over the past 5 years or so, we've been doing some youth empowerment camps, etc. But in my passion has always been to develop a girls empowerment program, because I always want to give young ladies that chance at life. Because sometimes we go through certain things in life, and because we didn't have that background, that support, we end up victims to certain situations, especially domestic violence, having to stay within relationships that we don't want to stay in because we don't have a choice. So it's always to give young women that platform, that foundation, so they can have choices in life, and that was really the reason, why the organization started. So a girls empowerment program has always been my passion. And in 2019, I developed the program and had a small program in South Trinidad. However, this year with the COVID and the rising cases, the proposed venue was closed. Then there was an interest from Dominica, and then an interest from Turks and Caicos, and the interest spread throughout the whole Caribbean, and we went virtual. And we had a number of girls from all over the Caribbean. We had Suriname, Guyana, Dominica, St. Lucia, Turks and Caicos, St. Vincent, the Grenadines, Grenada. It's been really magnificent connecting with so many, young girls, and also other partners, within the islands for the Skills Empowerment Program. We've had a lot of sponsors as well on board, National Lotteries, JMB Bank. We've even partnered with the Steve and Marjorie Harvey Foundation as well in the US. It has been a miraculous year. And meeting Donna as well, I met Jerome and I met Donna. It's been really, really, great. And this forum you've created, Donna, is magnificent for so many, organizations and so many women to come together and to really to network. And that is where the strength is, because Jerome did a session, Sapphire Moments for mothers and daughters, which helps, the mothers and daughters to connect and to bond, and to really understand each other. And it's been really, really a wonderful year, I must say. And I'm looking forward, my organization is looking forward to 2022. We don't want to leave the boys behind. So we're looking at, a male empowerment program, young boys as well. But we will be doing our girls empowerment program again. We'll be looking at the girls who have progressed throughout this program here. We have about 30-something girls, still with us throughout the whole program. Some of them are youth ambassadors now for the organization, and we're looking at assisting them to develop their skills in all aspects. even those who wanted to start businesses, support them and further develop. It's been really wonderful. God's been great to us. So we want to continue to partner. I just want to encourage and everyone here to feel free to reach out. I'll put my information in the chat and let's collaborate. Even my fellow citizen, Reverend Stacey, I just want to, congratulate her on the great work that she's doing and hope that we can, work together at some point in time. So thanks very much, Shana.
Great, thank you so much, and definitely love the connection. And if you guys are not connected, I know you're leaving your emails and handles and so forth in the chat, because that's what it's about, is to connect with each other and to build and to grow. And I'm so blessed that Women of Culture Incorporated has become an outreach leadership support. We started in 2020 amidst the craziness also, and it's just been an unfolding, and I do a lot of meditation and quiet time and Zen time, and sometimes I'll get these ideas, and I've been asking a lot for direction and wisdom and creativity and so forth, and then when I get it, sometimes I'm like, oh my God, Lord have mercy, wait. So I'm just blessed that we're here to be a support to you, whether it's advisory or sometimes we help with assistant for financial needs, women empowerment. The women in my chat, I do a daily post of inspiration and drop it in the chat, because we do need. It's not always easy for us to get up and lead, and sometimes we're down, and so where do we turn? If we're always the ones that people come to, sometimes we need that portal of other like-minded women to say, I know how you feel, and I know, how are you feeling so depressed when you're supposed to be the motivator? So it's important for us to build that unity and base of love together. So thank you. So now we're gonna jump to US. From charcoal to diamonds, Miss Eugenice Mompreneur. Thank you so much. There you go. You muted yourself again.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good evening, good morning, good night, because you are everywhere. It's a pleasure to be with all of you, my sisters from Africa, wherever you are. I hug you with a lot of love. And I would like to thank God first for the opportunity to be among all of you beautiful people. And a special thank you to my sister, I call her Sister Dana Merton. My sister, God created you for that. As Dana said, I love the way you said my last name, but let me repeat for you. Eugénie mon premier. And sometimes people say mon Pierre. Okay, I'm the CEO and the founder of From Charcoal to Diamond. Charcoal to Diamond is a baby. It's only 2 years old. But since 2007, I have another organization that I was doing same thing with people, but for some reason, I didn't want to put it up there. And I work with students, doing seminar, and engage with the women, advocate for them about child sexual abuse, human trafficking, sex trafficking, all of those things, domestic violence, something I have an anger against. But during the coronavirus, when I sat down and was doing other things, and then the idea come, why do not have something? And I finished to pray, and charcoal to diamond come to my mind. And I said, why charcoal? From charcoal to diamond. And therefore, when I created charcoal to diamond, I realized there is a verse I love in the Bible. 1 Samuel, 2nd verse 8. And you can read it for yourself in French, in English, or all of the language. And I realized something. And I'm gonna give you a piece about why I choose charcoal. Because when people hurt, it's like a charcoal, am I right? They hurt, you hurt a lot. But to become a diamond, you have to put that charcoal in so much heat. And when you get that beautiful diamond, And every time I'm talking to a woman, I said, remember, you can use your pen as a charcoal and to become a diamond so you can help others. And sometimes we said, why God let certain things happen to us? I always said there is a reason, it has its purpose. And what we need to do, and to find a reason, and you find a reason, you'll find your purpose as well. During the coronavirus, I find myself, when they said nobody go out, January 1st, 2021, in Martin Luther King Day, we traveled to Diamond, we went to the homeless place, and some partners, we took care of close to 200 people. And that wasn't enough. We decided, we said, we have to feed people. And I reached out to farm share. People say, no, farm share, you have to be a politician for them to, for you to have food during the coronavirus. I say, I'm gonna see if my gods are gonna make it happen. And I put my knees on the floor. Next thing you know, we have a contract with farm share. We end up feeding people, more than 500 people. By April, while you're feeding people, we're having seminar for the young people as well. And as you know, April is the month where you just child sexual abuse. While I'm talking, and I like what my sister said, they're gonna have something for the young men. All of the school I went to talk about, abuse, I end up talking to both male and female. And I say, God, we need to add something to that. We talk, from Charcoal to Diamonds is to empower women, empower women, but we end up working with both women and male. And we need to, I told my son, we need to bring something about, like Sister Clarkson said, Simone, we need to do something about it. And through the coronavirus, and people invited me to present. And I thank God. There is one of the presentation, I had the first one with the governor of Tallahassee, the deputy governor. We're talking about the human trafficking and survivor. And after that, I received a call from the Caribbean American Institute. And while Sister Dana was right there, where she was right now, and I'm keep looking at that lady, there's something what attract me to. I said, I need to connect with that young lady. But without knowing, God was already make the connections. Next thing you know, Sister Dana. And I thank God for you. And after that presentation, I find myself doing all of the presentations, feeding people. And one thing I would like to say, and God knows why my computer shut down, because I have a nice little PowerPoint I was going to present. God said, no, the people don't want to see your pictures. The people want to hear you say what you're doing for the women. And I find myself, I don't like talking about it because I share it with Miss Pierre. I have like 2 schools in Haiti. We helping to pay for the kids. And I reach out when I didn't know we have so many women in jail. And I say, something keep telling me, help the women, but I don't know how. And I find them via WhatsApp, and I send some money to help, but they may say, I'm not working with women, I'm working with the men in jail. I say, for now, you're helping the men. And I thank God for Sister Dana again to connect me with Sister Pierre. Now, my dream is to help not only women, the young men as well, because I find out we have some young people in Haiti in jail who are not supposed to be in jail. And therefore, I thank God for you, Dana. You don't know what you have done, sister. God anointed you for that. As I tell people, those who know me, I said, right now, the life I'm living is not my life. I'm living God's life. Because 21 years ago, I was dead for 45 minutes. And God brought me back. Right now, I'm not living for myself. I'm living his life because he can bring wherever he brings. But one thing I'm going to say, all of you who helping women, I'm an advocate as well. Remember, we are in a mission. And I thank God, everyone who opened their mouth has same thought. We are here to help. And you don't know what can you do when you talk to someone and you see that person didn't have a smile. And I work in the school system. When I talk to children who are being abused, they open to me and they don't open to their counselor. And sometimes I say, God, why me? There is a reason, and we are there for that. And please, we have to talk a lot about child sexual abuse, domestic violence, human trafficking. My sister in Haiti, this is, I don't want to talk about it. And also our young men, because every time we think we saw on our head only women or young men are suffering as well, and anxiety. I'm gonna leave you right there with everything I have done during all of those things or recognitions for next year. I cannot wait to be with the global partners. And I thank all of you. And one thing I realize, all of you are Christians, because every time you open your mouth, you say God. And therefore, we have to pray for each other. And so we can have the strength to reach out, to use that platform to change other people's lives. Thank you, Sister Dana. I appreciate you. And God bless you.
God bless you. Thank you so very much. We are just getting started. We're just getting started. Thank you all. We do have a quick comment from someone, one of the guests that wanted to share for a minute. You can come on. I think it's Carrie. Carrie, are you still on? You wanted to have a minute to say something on behalf of. Can you come on video too, or no?
Just a second.
You're on mute.
Good.
She's on mute.
Let me send you. Here you go.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone. I'm sure
Hello.
it's a different routine for everyone as we have different timing zones. Okay, I'm a member of Guyana Cancer Foundation. I think previously, a few minutes ago, Bibi spoke about Guyana Cancer Foundation. I'm actually origin from Tanzania. And I've been a member in Guyana Cancer Foundation for the past 1 year. I've been in Guyana for my medical studies. And I'm a doctor by profession. By next month, I'll be graduating.
Congratulations.
So, thank you. So I want to add something which Bibi missed out to say. Apparently, we're doing medical outreaches on behalf of Guyana Cancer Foundation, which composes of medical students, doctors, nurses, psychologists, and physiotherapists. So once in every 2 weeks, we would visit different communities across Guyana and provide such medical services to them. That's one goal that Guyana Cancer Foundation does as well. So we believe we can't help everyone, but everyone can help someone. That's a famous quote by Dr. Lorette Scott. So as a group, we try to assist the different communities across Guyana.
Wonderful.
Thank you very much.
So you made your way from Tanzania to Guyana.
Yes, and I'm going back to Tanzania in February, so I'm willing to join the Cancer Foundation in Tanzania, and we can all make a difference together.
Awesome, man! I see this is definitely a great network event going on around the globe right now. Thank you so much, Carrie. Much appreciated. We're gonna wrap up with thank you with Athea. Athea is our USA outreach ambassador. Hey, Athea, how are you?
I'm well, thank you. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Hello?
Hello.
Yes.
Oh.
Were you going to tell us a snippet about what you do?
Yes, and I really identify with oh my gosh, Leslie. Starting out working in an environment where I hear people's needs all the time and realizing that there's a lot of needs that are not being met. There are some of them that were so simple needs that I know that I can meet, but from a privacy point of view, from my job connecting with the people that are calling in, I can't do that. But I realized that there's a lot of things that I can do through my church. So I was able to set up my church as a referral point where when some of those needs are come up and they can't find it anywhere, they can call my church and connect with me so that I can help to provide those needs. So I've been kind of just doing things as I see a need come up or whatever. But for this year, I really want to streamline it some more. I have seen needs for car repairs. I've seen needs for, someone who she was in jail and got tickets and she got her license suspended, and I was able to help with that this year. So I want to streamline the things that I'm doing more, identify with people who have the resources that I'm gonna need. Housing, there are people that are, she's a homeless woman, and right now she still hasn't found a place, but she moved back to South Florida. So being able to identify with someone who has a room that we can put this young lady up or put these people up until they can get on their feet, an employer or two or three that we can say, you know what, okay, so we have this person that we're helping. Can you help us with giving them a job for a couple months so they can get some money to get the things done that they need get done? So it's really all about streamlining the things that I want to do, because I don't want to be helter-skelter all over the place doing this and doing that, but wanting to make sure that it is set. When someone comes into my life or comes into the church that needs assistance, we have people that we can point them to directly. And there are people in the church that are business owners that I want to tap into also, because we have a mechanic and we have a tire repair person. So if someone comes in with a car issue, we can send them to those people. And I'm hoping that because we're part of the church, even if we have to pay them money, we don't have to always come up with a lump sum money, but they can work with us so that we can, do it on a month-to-month basis or something, because these people are not going to have anything to start with. So that is what I want to do this year. I mean, there's a lot more I could say, but for time constraints, it's all financed personally right now. But I thank God for putting me in that place, for recognizing those little things that I can do that can make a difference in someone's life, which is what everyone on this forum is doing. God bless you all for what you're doing. Thank you, Donna.
Thank you. Athea is again our USA Outreach ambassador. So we've been just so blessed to be among the hearts. If you listen to the stories, you'll hear the hearts and the direction of just love and giving and service, and you can't help but like fall in love with that, right? Because we know there's a lot of glamour and glitz and all of that going on around us, but it's something about when you come across someone in outreach and you speak to them and you just hear the story and you hear their journey and what led to, from that pain to now the purpose. So we're just blessed to have you guys with us and to wrap up 2021 and moving forward to 2022. And I feel like 2022 for Women of Culture Inc. It's about teach a woman how to fish, because we want to make sure that people's mindset don't stay in that receiving end all the time, receiving, because we can get complacent. We want to teach them that we're going to give you while you're down, and you're teach you so then you can turn it around and bless someone else, right? And teach them to be stabilized economically and so forth. So together we can really do, and we are doing this mission. So we're gonna definitely work on our remember who you are forum, because some of us have forgotten how amazing, what I have actually been playing a game. It's affirmation game, and you should try it. It's just saying it's alphabetically, but you say I am, and then you say something about yourself with A, B, C all the way down, and just practice it throughout the day, and you'll be surprised the awesome things that you get to say about yourself. Like, you start with like I am amazing, and then you go to I am brilliant, bold, beautiful. Then you go to C, I am confident, creative, and courageous. And you go to D, whatever just rolls off your tongue. I am determined, driven. E, I am eternal. F, you just keep going, right? I'm F, I'm just a fighter, or whatever it is that you feel. Different times that you do it throughout the day. I think it's a great. I actually want to incorporate it for students because they need that. Because as you start just saying those things about yourself, a G, I always say I'm goddess energy. H, healing and help. I, infinite intelligence. You just keep going. J, joy, K knowledge. You just kind of M motivation. I'm O opulence. You just kind of keep going. It will. I think I missed L. You see, you have to pay attention. Love and light. So you just keep going. I am in your mind. You could do this sitting at the light, at school, at work. But it's a game. It's an alphabet game of saying I am, and just let the words come. But these are things that we can do to build ourselves up personally, because we have a journey. We have to be strong, not just on a physical, but that spiritual and mindset. So when we build ourselves up, we have more confidence, more courage to take on the chores and to be a leader, because we're all leaders here, and it takes definitely some inner work and plus the spiritual work for guidance. So I just want to say thank you all so very much. Love and blessings to everyone. Thank you, everyone. This is saved on Facebook at Women of Culture with the KINC. And most of you have been tagged on it. And we're also recording it, so it'll be on the YouTube channel too. I don't think I'm going to save everybody's email and send out an email tomorrow. And so thank you, everyone. I don't think there's any last words or last anything. So I just want to say love and blessings to everyone. Go finish up your Sunday dinner.
Sister Donna,
Yes,
could you please end with prayer?
sure. Do you want to do a prayer for us, Miss? Go ahead.
No, could you please pray for all of us?
Sure. So, Father God, we thank you for these amazing women. We thank you for love and light. We thank you for wisdom. We thank you for strength, knowledge, understanding, creativity, and confidence. We pray that 2022 will be awesome, will be divine, abundant, perfect, and prosperous in everything that we do in our minds, our bodies, and souls. We thank you. In your name, amen.
Amen. Amen.
All right, everyone.
And Happy New
Thank you.
Year.
Yes, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy New
Merry
Year,
Christmas.
Happy
Happy
holidays.
holidays.
Blessings, everyone. Night.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Merry
Blessings,
Christmas.
everyone.
Bye,
Merry
everyone.
Christmas and Happy New Year.
Cheers.
Bonne année in French.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year all.
Happy New Year.
Love you all.